Hey, what is up, you guys? My name is Tuudys.
What's going on, y'all? I'm Will.
All right, y'all. So we have finally seen Weapons,
Hmm.
and we just gonna let you know we in straight into the spoilers. At this point, I know a lot of people have seen it. Oddly enough, our movie theater was a little packed.
Yeah, this is we seen it like we just came to go. We just went. Ah, we're just coming from going to see it, and we thought it was gonna be like maybe two or three other people in there. The theater was like packed. So I'm guessing this movie is like everybody's talking about it. So everybody who went to seen it to when they opened the weekend told everybody. So a lot of people are getting out to see this movie. So if you see the numbers kind of start to rise a little bit, that's why. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Let me tell you, spoiler alert.
Yeah,
I'm about to
spoiler
go
alert.
ahead and spoil it. I was not expecting for this movie to go in the direction that it went.
Yeah, yeah.
It caught me by surprise, and
Mhm.
that is definitely a good thing. My emotions went from what's going on. Well, it went from eager to what's going on.
Yeah.
Then I'm like, all right, you're losing me to I see what you're doing. So yeah, those were the different emotions that I went through watching this movie.
Mhm.
Because if you've seen our reaction to Weapons, we've already said that we already know Zach Krager's work a little bit,
Yep.
especially coming from Barbarian.
Mhm.
And we had already stated that, Barbarian was good, and then the ending kind of threw us
Kind of
off.
kind of fell flat a little bit.
It fell flat, at the ending. But I can say, even though the ending for this movie, if it feels like it fell flat, it didn't bother me this time.
Nah, nah.
It actually made sense to me this time why it ended the way it did, because there was nothing else to be done, honestly.
Yeah, and we as we were walking out the movie theater, it was a couple behind us saying the movie was good, but the ending just fucking sucked, and we was like, we were laughing because we thought the same
Sounded like
thing
us with Barbarian.
coming out of Barbarian. But like Tootie said, the ending of this movie didn't bother me. I and to be honest with you, like I know we were kind of rough when we talked about Barbarian as it relates to Zach Krager. Um, this movie here, like, yeah, I'm a fan because, like I said, like we talked about, I like Barbarian. It's just the ending. But one thing I can say about Zach, which I was talking to Tooties about, um, his ability to storytell with one, two, maybe three shots or just a central location. He's very good at, I don't want to say shooting with a limited budget, but he's very good at shooting with, you
The
know,
resources he has.
yeah, the limit, like the resources that he has. Like he can make a lot out of a little. And you've got to give him credit for that because this movie was basically what, three or four of the same shots from three or four different perspectives. And it culminated into one big scene at the end. That's basically what the movie was. And that might sound like, oh, that sounds like a boring movie, but it wasn't at
There
all. So,
I'm so mad I didn't get a chance to research before we started this,
mm,
because him saying that just made me think about, we've seen instances where there are different stories that are told within one movie. They normally do that with anthologies
yeah,
a lot of
yeah,
times, and then you get to see the complete story towards the end.
mm,
The fact that this movie had the same end goal from everybody's angle,
mm,
but everybody's story was so important to be told in the way that it was. I know I was telling Will in the car, I was like, could you have condensed certain people's stories? Could you have put Archer's story with Justine? Could you have put I said I wasn't gonna call him crackhead. And I forgot to look his
that's
name
what
up,
the
but
method. I
I know
mean,
what is it? Justin Abrams or something. He's
mm,
one of the original people who was supposed to be of the original script
mm,
before the characters got changed around because of
okay.
scheduling. Because at first it was supposed to be Pedro Pascal was going to
Oh,
play Archer.
did not know that.
Um, who else? I want to say Brian Tyree Henry was going to be
Okay, yeah,
Wong's
yeah, yeah. Okay,
character,
yeah, yeah, yeah. I do
and
remember
there's
that. Yeah.
another actress that was going to be Julia Garner's character. So Abrams was a part of that original cast, and Zach Krager just kept him in because you stay with me, you rock with me, you being
Yeah.
solid, so I'm gonna keep you in this movie.
big part of the movie too. Yeah. So
Yeah, the comedic
yeah.
parts brought
Oh, bro,
in lightheartedness.
man, I ain't laughed this hard in a so-called horror movie in a long time. Like this
Yeah,
shit was funny as shit, and not like a bad funny for a horror movie. This was like genuinely like I'm like good horror funny. Like
it put in all the key elements of a true horror film where it's
mhm.
just strictly horror and campiness.
Yeah,
Because at certain times you may think something to yourself like, "Now, why would they do that?" Zach actually did it in this movie.
yeah,
He's like, "I know what y'all would want to see," and be like, "What parts you would want to laugh at?"
mm,
And that gets into like the individual stories. Like, did not see the whole individual storytelling thing
yeah. I ain't see that. I ain't see that coming.
completely threw me.
Yeah.
By the time they got done with Justine and you saw Archer come on the screen, it's like, hold on. Oh, okay, you finna tell this from
His perspective, and then his perspective, and then his
yeah.
perspective. But you started with her perspective, which leads me back to the trailer. Like we do movie trailer reactions, just what we do on YouTube. So the one thing we get a lot in our comments is people like, when we say um do certain trailers show too much. This is a very good classic example of how you can show the movie but don't show the central part of the movie. Like in the trailer, they made it seem like everybody in the classroom disappeared.
Hmm.
When we get to the movie, it was everybody except one. Instantly I'm like, oh, okay, I see.
You got something to do with this, but I don't know how.
Exactly. So it's like that was very good that they didn't, you know,
I like that a
show
lot.
that in the trailer. That was very good. But yeah.
Really, a lot of the key elements that made the movie they didn't show.
Hmm.
Alex being one of the one kids that was behind his aunt. It's something else that I'm thinking about that they didn't show that was a key element, but I'm not gonna like really harp on it too much because we're gonna get into it. But throughout the movie as well, there were some of the most simple mistakes being made.
Yeah.
Now, starting out watching the movie, you'll probably kind of watch and be like, why would you do that? And didn't they just tell you to go home? I understood her stopping to get her a little liquor. Cause y'all blaming me for these kids. I do not know what happened to your children. Y'all steady yelling at me, hollering.
Yeah.
I done told y'all for the past few weeks. I do not know. I love these kids. You know what? Let me go get a ball.
Yeah.
I thought she's gonna pick up that taco vodka. I about to say,
'Cause- boy,
girl, you ain't gonna wake up
man, like
till
it.
Monday.
Yeah, man, and so when the movie comes on, they showing it from her perspective, and it was just a basic like at the whole town, blaming her. Um, People are following her around town. They're asking the police to investigate her, and somebody who we found out later was somebody painted witch on the side of a car that she painted the word witch on the side of a car. She can't get the shit out, so she got to drive around the whole city with this scarlet letter all on the side of her car, some shit like that. So yeah, so she's driving around and trying to figure all this stuff out, and she's asking to talk to the only remaining student that didn't go missing, and the school won't let her talk to him, so she's following him home, which is fucking creepy, which added to the the awkwardness and the suspense of like there was a lot of things like that made this movie very, very
It
good.
was like, why would you do that?
Because like and then the way he was shooting, like the kid's like 10 yards ahead of her, and then like he's shooting it right behind her left side of her head, and it looks like she's following him.
The
It's like,
craziest part was it would be less creepy if you actually pulled up on him in your car.
yeah,
You
like,
parked your car down the street,
and
got
got
out,
out
and
and
walked.
walked. It's like, bro, this is like not smart. And then it, it was so many just subtle scenes that Zach showed his talent off directing this movie, because it's like, yeah, it's
Yeah.
simple, but the way he shot it added to the element, especially in a horror movie. We don't see that a lot with a lot of these horror movies. So yeah,
And it's like if you're one of those people who when you watch something you like, that don't make sense. Why would they do that?
yeah,
This point out the stupid mistakes, quote
hmm
unquote. At first, I was like, I'm in for the ride. And then it's like as it kept happening, it's like that's the whole part of this movie
Mm-hmm.
for them to be making these most careless mistakes,
Yep.
because that's kind of the premise of the movie as well. Like your life can be so perfect and routine
Yep.
until it's not.
Mm-hmm.
So you just used to doing the same things how you normally do them with no pushback. Nothing happens. Like this neighborhood, nothing happens in this neighborhood. I can make a stupid mistake. Nothing will be thought of it. Well, not now we can't.
Yeah.
17 kids are missing.
Yeah. So
So
yeah, man. So it shows her story, and then the word Archer just pops on the screen. So at this point, I'm looking like, okay, I wasn't expecting it. Like me and Tootie talked about at the beginning of the video. Oh, y'all explaining this from everybody, well, the key character's perspective about what's going on in this movie. So I'm like, so basically, it was the same scenes that we had just, you know, mostly the same scenes except from it showed Archer, laying in his son's bed because of obviously he misses his son. He had some weird ass goddamn dream, which I don't know what the fuck that dream was about. Like that shit was the AK-47 with 217 written in red on top of. I don't know what the fuck that shit
oh,
meant. Like
what? Who house was that?
I
Was that the house of the people who he went to with Justin Long? That
it
wasn't the
didn't look
same
like it.
house.
That's what I'm saying. It didn't look like it. So maybe it was, maybe it didn't. I don't know. It was dark, so I don't know.
I ain't gonna lie, that AK-47 at the top of that house with the time on it, I was like, what?
What the fuck is that? Like, I didn't
Not
get
even
it.
in the sense of like, I don't get it. I was like, all right, that must be one of them ideas that you have as a filmmaker. You be like, it'll be cool if. So I'm
Yeah,
gonna let it slide because that's something that Zach wanted to do. It didn't make sense to me. I didn't write or direct the sequel.
and I think and that's it's that scene, and it's another scene in the movie where he did a good job of making me think this movie was gonna go to something somewhere totally different. That scene and the scene when now it's gonna kind of sound weird because it's like when he got stabbed with the goddamn needle, when the cop, when her boy, well, not her boyfriend, but
A little boo
her
thing.
little boo thing got stabbed with the damn needle from the meth head,
Hmm.
and they showed, so they skipped to him. They show his whole story, and he gets stabbed with the needle and blah blah blah. I'm thinking this shit is gonna go to some shit to where like it follows, where it's like. So I'm thinking at that point, is this some kind of movie to where like all of this stuff is happening because he got stuck with a needle and you know he ended up doing something with her and then she gets the disease. That's why I
when
thought
when he leaned over and
yeah.
said this movie looked like it's going in the
It's,
direction that it follows,
I
I
didn't
ain't
know
gonna
where the
lie to
fuck it
you.
was going at
I
that
ain't gonna
point.
lie to you. I didn't know what he was talking about, but it was so much going on. I didn't want to keep talking to interrupt, both of our viewing experience, because at that point
I'm like, what is
they
the
were
movie called?
starting to show things. I'm like, oh, I don't want to miss that. But when he was like, it follows, I was like, no, this ain't color grade. Maybe story. I'm like, I ain't getting
Because I'm
that.
thinking like, okay, well they did do something, and then it's like he just got stabbed with this fucking hepatitis infested goddamn stick pin. So is it gonna be some kind of political movie to where like you shouldn't be? That's why I thought it was kind of for a small second. I ain't gonna lie, I kind of lost focus. I'm like, I hope this movie ain't finna go into some stupid ass shit like that. Fortunately, it didn't. But yeah, let
Now I
me.
want to say, thinking back on it, the weapon, the AK-47, like I know at this point, like the whole time, because I saw some people say like maybe this movie shouldn't have been called Weapons because there weren't any real weapons in the movie, and I'm like, yes, there
Yeah,
were,
it
the
was the children and
children.
the people and the adults that she had under control. It was definitely
So
yeah.
it's like maybe
She
there was
won
a
head.
symbolism.
she
Maybe there was a symbolism for
yeah
the weapon that you think is not the weapon that you think.
yeah
Because you got the 217 on the weapon, but the real weapon that's for the 217 was the children that I brought out.
yeah yeah.
So maybe that's what he was trying to do. Maybe I just got it. I don't know.
But
I just wanted to go back into like just how the movie was shot,
mm-hmm,
cinematography wise. A lot of times when movies are shot in this color grade, it always make you actually feel like you're a part of the movie.
mm-hmm.
Makes it feel realistic. It looks a lot like modern day in a sense. I was telling Will that I did see that Zach Crager took inspiration from how the movie Prisoners was filmed.
Mm,
Definitely got that vibe watching it. Prisoners is a very slept on movie. If you've never seen it before, it's not mentioned enough. It's a little now. If Zach Crager going to that route, because you were saying you want to kind of see him step out of horror a little bit.
yeah.
If he did do like mystery or crime, or he has the look for that
Mm,
for sure.
yeah, I definitely want to see him do like an action Jason Bourne type movie
Hmm.
because the way he shoots, like he's very detailed with his shots. Like, I would love to see his storyboard for this movie. I
Oh
know
man,
it's crazy, but
yeah.
now, okay, I'll be honest. Like I saw a tweet because, like I say, me and Tuudys we usually get to the movies, especially movies like this Thursday night. You know, if we can't catch the tour around the 2 o'clock time, we'll definitely catch the 10:30 time. But we always go see movies on Thursdays because y'all be well, not y'all, but people be spoiling the shit out of these goddamn movies. This time, job change, was a lot going on. Wasn't able to go see it till probably about 2 weeks later. We're just not going to see this movie. So in the meantime, I'm randomly on Twitter one day and I see a tweet. I wasn't, you know how like when you be on Twitter and you just kind of like you at work just dumb scrolling or some shit like that, you kind of like not in your right mind. Well, you're in your right mind, you just like scrolling and you just scrolling and you just reading tweets. I read this tweet. It didn't have any hashtag to it, and I read this tweet and it was talking about this movie. And I read the tweet, I was like, God damn, he just spoiled the goddamn movie. So I came home. I'm talking to Tutors and like, I'm kind. The movie's kind of spoiled for me. I thought, but it watching the movie, it really didn't spoil the movie. It was basically the tweet was something like, the one thing I learned from Weapons was don't take care of your fucking in-laws. Don't bring in any old ass relatives. So when I read the tweet, I'm like, well, why would he tweet that? Now, granted, to his or her, whoever that tweet was, I wouldn't say that they spoiled it because the movie had already been out probably about a week and a half at that point. So they were just tweeting. So I wouldn't say that they actually were trying to spoil the movie people. But watching the movie, I knew when her character came in, I knew she had something to do with it. But the reason why I say that tweet didn't spoil it for me was because they had already
It
shown
was
her.
so
Yeah, it was
much
so much other stuff going on. So
going on in the movie.
yeah, so
Now I will say for the plot twist for me, I saw that same tweet.
mm,
I was not thinking about that tweet when everything popped up. I had saw the picture of Aunt Gladys.
mm.
That was the issue because they didn't have like no words on it. They just was like posting her photo, and I was like, I don't know what that means. I'm gonna act like I don't see it. But
Yeah,
when she popped
and
up, I was like,
yeah,
you got something to do with
and
something.
maybe with me, I didn't see her on Twitter, so maybe that's another reason
I
why
was
I
on
didn't spoil
threads. I'm sorry.
it.
That's
Okay,
why
yeah, so maybe
I was on
I didn't
threads.
see her at all. So throughout
I
before I seen the movie, so
will
yeah.
say that whole little part because I was telling him as soon as she said, well, first of all, as soon as they was like she was sick, I'm like, she's sick, kids missing. Know what that sound like?
Hmm.
And then when she asked Marcus Wong's character for a bowl of water, I'm
Oh,
like,
bro, this
that
dude.
is the telltale sign. She's a witch.
Now,
She's the
to his
witch.
defense, Marcus was like, bro, don't let this weird ass fucking lady in the house. But
His
his
husband.
husband is like, no, we're gonna be, Wong is like, bro, do not let this lady in the house. Like he was trying to keep her out the house, but
First of all, how you know where he lives? This is the school counselor. I don't see him exchanging his home address with you when I just told you that I need to have a meeting with Alex's parents on
yeah,
Monday. That's what he was trying to get to the bottom of, but you can always tell the dynamic. They always have the grumpier person in the relationship look
hmm
like the person that's being mean, and then you have the friendly, oh, come in.
yeah,
So I
and he got fucked up,
doomed both of you.
bruh, bruh.
But yeah, that whole bowl thing, if you've ever seen Skeleton Key, anything related to voodoo hoodoo, I'm not saying I believe in none of this stuff, because if you know, you know. But somebody asks you for a bowl of water, no. I don't want to give you a glass. I barely want to give you a bowl.
Yeah. Oh, another thing that Tootie brought up when we were driving home. She was talking about like the subtle like hints that Zach gave you within the movie, like the word witch being on the side of her car. It's like it actually was a witch in the movie. It wasn't. He was telling you beforehand, like it really was a witch in this movie. It
Yeah, like
wasn't,
those little Easter eggs. I've been doing a lot of studying film,
Mhm.
and there's a study of color in film, why they use certain colors and then certain shots. Like when Justine kneeled down and was talking to Alex when she had finally parked her car by his house, she kneeled down right where the camera shot was. She was here, Alex was here, but you can see the word witch, and I'm like,
Mm.
that's kind of obvious. So there is a witch in this movie.
Yeah,
And then it was in red. It's like a red herring. I,
yeah. But
I'm
but
trying.
but yeah, man. Like this movie was, it was a lot, and it's hard to kind of just talk in front of the camera and just kind of like bring out everything that we saw. Like I definitely need to go see it again because it was so much. Like the the like even the little like it was the comedy and horror
uh,
element was just jumping, bouncing back and forth. Like when she went into the liquor store and you see this lady, this rather tall lady, like walking behind
remember
her,
boobs
and
swinging.
like going from like titties everywhere, like, and then like the way that he shot it, she's going dipping out of lanes, like she's appearing behind her every lane she dip in, and she finally catches up to her, and you thinking like this has got to be like one of the weapons, or it got to be somebody
I
just
thought it was
like,
a parent.
yeah, like a parent, or either a parent or somebody just going crazy, and it's just
It's Donna.
it's just
Cause you
this,
slept with her man last
that's all
night.
it was, and it was, I'm looking like, bruh,
And that's the craziest thing about this movie. Like the most Justine has had to worry about her entirety of being in this town. Cause another spoiler, she left her last school for an inappropriate relationship she was having with a
yeah,
staff member, and she drinks. So she's in a new town. These people don't know her past, nothing
yeah,
about her. Most she had to worry about was her sleeping with somebody else's man.
yeah,
I
and
was like,
but it was just
the
the
nuance in that.
bruh, it was just the nuances, and I'm thinking something like, I'm just like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, and then she catches up to her, and then you go from like, oh shit, to just laughing your ass off because she's dousing this lady in fucking
Cause
gin,
I was
and
like,
it was
why
the
did you
funniest
do
shit in the
that?
world, bro. It was the funniest shit. I'm
I
thinking,
thought she was gonna take a swing.
yeah, I'm thinking she about to douse her with the liquor and then light her ass on fire or some shit like that, but she just was like, did you fuck him and blah 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 blah. And I'm looking like, oh man, I'm just like balling in the theater,
Bruh,
laughing my ass off, man.
I
But
was in shock.
yeah,
Shout out to the cameraman because I did
yeah,
see an angle of how they shot the scene in the liquor store. The cameraman actually had rollerblades on.
okay,
So when
yeah,
you
you can
watch the
tell,
movie
yeah, you can
and he
tell,
hitting them corners,
yeah.
he was
That's
hitting them corners. And I think it was his actual Instagram page I saw, and somebody was asking him, they was like, man, it don't even look like you're looking up.
yeah, that shit was
Or
fire,
it don't
bro.
look like you looking at the monitor, like, and he was just like, it's just years of practice of me knowing how to hold my hand.
Man,
So
that
he
shit was.
wasn't even watching.
Shout out to him, man. Whoever he
I
is,
was like, that's
man.
dope.
Yeah, that shit was
That was
dope.
super dope.
Yeah, but man, what else, man? It was a lot in this movie,
Uh,
man.
ending. I was telling Will I had saw before we went to go see the movie. I didn't click on it because I didn't want to know anything else, but I have like alerts of stuff on Twitter about movies. And they said something to Zach Krager about would you make a Weapons 2? Zach Krager, please don't make a Weapons 2.
Nah, this don't need to be a part two.
I
It
think this is his lane.
now it probably will because this movie, I'm guessing, is going to do a lot of. It's gonna make a lot of money. This movie makes over 200-300 million. They're gonna come out
I
with the
think they
second
already did. Like
one.
they
Well,
first day, they already had numbers out.
so if they making money like that, it's gonna be another one. So
Yeah.
you know, but I don't. I mean, I'll watch it, but I don't think this movie needs a part two. This movie was just great at what it was and what it is, and I'm happy if they don't come out with the part two, even though I know they probably
If they
will.
do come
But
out with a part two, he needs to write and direct again.
yeah,
Because a lot of times they will do that. They'll, oh, we're gonna let you EP and some writing, another director, another writer. No, this is his baby. This is his lane.
yeah.
These standalone movies. This is definitely above Barbarian for me. Will I go back and watch Barbarian again? I'm thinking about going back watching it again to give it a chance, only because since it's come out on streaming platforms, I think people are now starting to understand the movie, and I just want to make sure since we're giving Weapons Wave rave reviews, he's shaking his head no, but like I said, I've been studying film, so I do want to go back and just give it its just due. Now, if it still feels the same way, I can't do nothing about that. I
Yeah.
can't do nothing about that. I can only give it another
Yeah.
chance.
Shout out to Justin Long, man. He ain't dying yet.
Hey,
So. But
boy
I seen
made
him pop up in the movie. I'm like, oh, see, that was another little. Okay, what the fuck is going on? He pops up out of fucking nowhere, and I'm thinking like, okay, what the fuck? Just, he popped up in this movie, kind of like he popped up in Barbarian. It's like, okay, what the fuck is going on? So it's like,
he pop up, you know,
and
shit finna go
it was
haywire,
kind of
but it
like
didn't.
he was on his own inside joke because he was like when Archer walked up to him, he's like, hey, what you doing, man? It's like
Booby
he
traps.
was like, you know, I died, and he's just like, what you doing,
You
man?
can't
So
blow on me nothing.
yeah,
Get out of here.
it was like he was on his own. His character was on his own real life inside joke.
I'm
So
fragile.
yeah,
It was damn near like he was in Final Destination. Up.
yeah, man. Like, I ain't trying to step on no crack, no nothing. So, but yeah,
Yeah.
that was another good part of the movie. It was so many, man, so many.
The way we rate movies, if it was good or not, is if we are overly excited to go watch it again. Would I pay to go see this movie again? I
Yeah,
absolutely
I'll
would.
pay to go see it again. It's pretty
That
good.
movie was that good. It oh, last thing before we wrap this movie up, and I was talking to him in the truck about it. I was saying how the movie was losing me at certain points because I was getting a little fatigued. I ain't gonna lie, because by the time we got to the meth head, I was like, because we didn't see it at different angles. I'm
Yeah,
still following the movie because
mm-hmm.
this matters. He mattered the most because he was the one that actually found
Found
the
the kids.
kids. But it just was kind of like we didn't see these moments. But what brought me back was when they got to
Yeah. Alex
Alex's
is
story.
yes, yeah, yeah,
And when they got to that story, that's when I was like, little boy, why you didn't say nothing? And then I see why you didn't say nothing.
yeah, yeah.
Dang, I see why you didn't
Yeah,
say
because
nothing.
like she say, so many times we see like little kids in certain these, similar predicaments, and we like, why don't you just say something? But the directors in the movie never shows why they didn't say anything. Like the scene where
Or
he
if they
was
do, it ain't good enough reason for why they didn't say anything
exactly,
because it's like, I'm pretty sure adults would have protected you in that moment.
yeah,
This moment,
nah,
it made me go
yeah,
into if I was a child, would I have still said something? I'm
fuck
like, no,
no, hell nah,
this is a little out of the element. And
yeah,
like I was telling him, this is what horror movies and kids like when you doing horror with kids, this is what is missing.
mm,
It did a very good job of making us afraid for the children, but it still kind of lacked a certain element
mm,
that this movie just showed me.
mm.
Zach did it. This is
As it relates
how,
to kids,
as it relates to
gotcha,
kids.
gotcha,
So yeah, I just wanted to point that out because I was like, when it hit me after his story, I was like, Zach, you did it. You got me. You got
yeah.
me. But yeah, as far as the ending and everything, we spoke on that. How do we feel about Zach Krager
I'm a fan, man. I'm a fan. Like I
with his
still didn't
music?
really like the way Barbarian ended, but it's I
Yeah,
have a lot of directors that I like, and I don't like everything that they do. So
yeah,
right now, he's 2 for 2. Like I think that Barbarian was good until a certain point for me. This one was good all the way through. So I'm a fan, man. Like I say, I like Tuudys said that I said earlier. I want to see him do something other than horror. I think his eye for directing and shot style and storytelling is very, very good. So I want to see him do something, other than horror. Hopefully he keeps doing horror as well, but
yeah.
I would love to see him in something, action based or hell, give him one of these MCU DCEU movies. Like give him something. Like give him something to where he can storytell with a $500+ million budget. Like I want to see him
Mhm.
with a big budget because I think that he can really,
Me, I'm a
yeah.
little opposite. I like when my directors have small budgets because
In
they
horror, anyway, for me.
well, whatever they're doing,
Yeah,
whatever they perfect. If I like, you know how to do a lot with a little. I don't be liking for them to change up their formula
I
because
see that.
sometimes studios, with the more money, the more they expect, and the more it
Yeah.
get
Well,
outlandish.
let me rephrase that. Like, give him
I
five
agree
hundred.
with
Give
what you're
him, give him
saying,
five
but
hundred million. Or give him 500 million and let him get all the creative control.
yeah, and that be the problem.
Yeah, you
It
give him
don't
all the.
be
Yeah,
the
yeah, I'm with you on
directors
that.
and that. It be the
Yeah,
studios.
yeah.
Cause like, no, we didn't get you this
Give him
much.
his
You
money and
need
get the fuck
to
out of his
like,
way. Let him do his
no,
thing. Let him do his job.
let him do his thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dang, I had something to say. As far as I was gonna say if this was music, and this is his sophomore album. He definitely put his stamp
Yeah.
on what he need to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's pretty much our review for Weapons, you guys.
Oh, and I see why. I see why Jordan Peele fired all y'all asses too. 'Cause,
uh,
yeah, yeah,
I forgot about
yeah. I
that.
see why he fired all y'all asses too. Because as good as Zach did this movie, I woo, woo,
See,
woo.
now I'm a little in between on
Yeah.
that. I'm a little in between because was he gonna write and direct, or was he just gonna EP or
Nah, he was
be
gonna
part of a
direct this
writer?
shit. He had to direct this shit. If he was that mad about not getting the script, that means he had a vision for how he wanted this movie to go. So that means if he had a
Ah,
vision, that means he wasn't gonna trust nobody else
I'm
to direct it
torn because
but
I
him.
know how he shoots, and I'm in the mindset of if he was to do Weapons, it would be close to Us. So
Mm,
I'm like, I feel like the right man got the job.
yeah, yeah,
I feel like the right man got the job. Would I still be intrigued to see Jordan Peele's version? Yes, but when I see this, I have in the mind that he would do things with this movie like how he did with Us. And I know he doesn't do everything the same way. I'm just thinking about shooting style and then all these kids, and
yeah,
I think the right man got the
yeah.
job.
I do. I think so too. But I do see
I
why.
would still love to see it. I
Yeah,
definitely see why he was mad. Get rid of
yeah.
everybody. But yeah, you guys, that is our review. Let us know in the comments what was your favorite parts of the Weapons movie. Did you kind of see the twists and turns coming in, some of the little Easter eggs that movies normally have? What about that ending? Do you feel like the ending was a little lackluster, or do you feel like it ended on a perfect note? What else would you like to see Zach Crater direct as well? Let us know down in the comments. We
Mhm.
love to dialogue with you guys. Let us know if are we crazy? Some of our viewpoints, catching certain things. But other than that, you got something else you want to say?
Nah, man, that's it, man. Great movie, man. Great movie, man.
Yes.
Excellent movie. Can't wait to see what he does next, man.
Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Please turn on that post bell notification. That always get me. Please turn on that post bell notification if you can, if you'd like to share our content.
Yep.
More eyes get on this.
Until next time, man. See y'all in the next one.